say the truth. I was the one who set a trap for Verydarkman.
Okay.
Using NEDU. You see, this whole thing you are looking at, on social media was planned.
Okay.
Okay.
Planned by who? You?
Planned, yeah. I planned it alone.
Alone.
That's yeah, but NEDU did not know. I used NEDU to get Verydarkman. Because I know that if I was saying it on TikTok, on Instagram, they'll say, oh, this guy is looking for money from this platform. So I needed a platform where I would be able to test, because for 18 months, I've been studying this guy. I wanted to know, is this guy real? Or does he just jump into conclusions and manipulate Nigerians?
So do you have the answer to your question?
It is clear.
That he is real or not real?
So some things, because I'm not going to totally, but some things, he actually gets it right. But most of the times, he jumps into conclusion and then manipulates everybody. And
nobody has ever given Verydarkman tough time like this guy NEDU. Nobody. Ever since Verydarkman became active online and started being an activist, nobody has dared him the way Deeone has gone. In fact, Verydarkman became so popular and became so full of himself that even currently he said that EFCC is scared of him. Yes, Verydarkman said it. The EFCC is scared of him. The kind of fans he have, he call them rattles, the kind of back, like the kind of people that has his back, has made him to become so pompous that he challenges anybody. I mean anybody. Be you who, Verydarkman will call you out. Sometimes it is of the good, but sometimes he gets so full of himself. But this Deeone is someone that has challenged him to the highest point. Yet Verydarkman has not come out to say anything, one single one for Deeone. Recently, the one that is making wave right now, everybody knows about it. This is what the internet is talking about right now. That this Deeone has come out to say that Verydarkman is gay. Yes, he said it openly on NEDU's podcast, which is Only Bunch, which made NEDU, in fact, the issue became so brutal that NEDU has to resign from his job. Yes, it is that serious. Yeah, did he stop this Deeone? No, he has to go to national TV to say it again. In fact, this time around, he said a lot of things. Both concerning the NGO, there's that NGO money that you guys, that case is not closed. There are so much reviewed in this interview. I will show you all of them. Watch this video to the end.
It took about 18 months of hard work, and for the past 6 months, I barely sleep. You can see on my social media, I'm always talking. I knew that if I keep talking like that, and I did a video saying I want to meet NEDU, I knew that NEDU would be interested. And then that was how I was able to expose him to Nigeria. So Nigerians can see now that this guy does not do thorough investigation. This is the
I like what you said, that EFCC doesn't seem to be, or rather maybe the EFCC is not afraid of him.
Of anybody.
I want to ask, is he afraid of you? Because he has not responded to any of your allegations, but rather he was, goes around, talking about
different corners.
Yes.
Talking about NEDU and calling him out, and everything he has said has been about NEDU, but nothing about you. Is he afraid of you?
Well, he knows that I'm the only person in Nigeria. He doesn't understand how I get these facts. Do you understand? So, well, it can be classified as fear. Do you understand? Because, of course, you know that, and that's why he left me and went for NEDU.
But why do you think he went for NEDU?
Because I planned it like that. I knew that they had some form of video. I've seen videos previously that these people are close. Just like if I had told NEDU about this plan, about talking about some things, he won't let me on that platform. So I just made it look like I just wanted to, I just told him one thing. I said, I'm prepared. Any question you want to ask. He did not know what I was going to say. So on that podcast, he was shocked. NEDU was trying to stop me from, in fact, they did not allow me to say a couple of things. For instance, Don Jazzy donating 100 million naira to Verydarkman's NGO. It's a good thing to donate. But at that time, when you have not seen what this guy is capable of doing, and you can see now for 6 months, he has done nothing. You came online to beg people for money.
So the renovation he did in a school recently is not a part of the NGO money.
If you look at that video and you listen to it, he said that this is not NGO money, this is my money. So I mean, this is another question people need to ask. You did not have money before, and all of a sudden people donated over 200 million naira, and then you suddenly have money. These are the little things that you need to clarify.
What do you think? How do you think he funds his lifestyle?
Well, I'm not going to categorize. I'm not going to say a couple of things, but you can see him on private jets. You can see that he has relationships with some,
celebrities?
Not celebrities, there are some. I mean, I don't want to say some things, but it's going to be a very long season. We're going to expose a lot of things, not to condemn him, but to correct him. Now, another very important thing is, when people say bring evidence, show evidence, you have to be very careful. It can be classified as blackmail, number one. Number two, there was an incident, I think it was last year, where somebody in Abuja came out as a cross-dresser. And it was just on a podcast. There was no evidence to that, but today that person is no more alive. That person was taken out in the same Abuja. So if I do that, and God forbid something happens to Do you understand? It will come back. So we have to really, really look at the big picture here. The most important thing is Verydarkman needs to understand that he needs to be more responsible.
Will you continue to monitor the NGO?
Yes, that's what he said. He said Nigerians monitor this thing.
What will stop you from monitoring the NGOs?
Except Verydarkman comes and says Nigerians don't monitor this NGO again. But as long as he does not say that, it is our responsibility to make sure that he is a responsible person.
How did you find out that he got 20? You gave an allegation that he took 20 million to get a Range Rover, and you think it's from the NGO's money.
So, if you notice, that statement was made after the prank, after he made one. So he decided to prank Nigerians, and I decided also in my own way. So you see, these are things that I've planned. I knew that if I talk about these kind of things, it will push him to react. And you know, just like we predicted, because it's not just me. I have a friend that we work tirelessly on this project. It's very, very important. Somebody that has access to millions of people needs to be very, very responsible.
But why VDM?
Sorry?
But why VDM?
Well, he said we should monitor him. Nobody has come out to say monitor me.
Okay.
Now, if you want to see proof, let me show you something. Just for your eyes, right? This is Verydarkman's chart with NEDU.
Okay.
You can look at this. In this chart, in fact, there's another thing that if you see there, you will see what I'm talking about. You will see the proof that I'm talking about. In that chart, you know, this was the same person talking to NEDU and saying, oh, you are doing a great job. I would like to do this in Abuja and everything, you know. But you're coming online to deceive people and discredit the same platform that you desperately wanted to be on. Look at it. That's Verydarkman there.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm also concerned about this thing about his sexuality.
Yes.
You claim that you have proof.
Yes.
Where is the proof? You've not showed Nigerians yet.
Can I Nigerians? Can I trust you?
Okay.
Are you a man? Can you handle some? Can you handle some things?
Bring it on. We can handle it.
Not we.
Okay,
you.
I can handle it. I can handle it. Bring it on.
Because I mean, these are very now. 1 minute, please. Okay.
Okay. Wait, don't worry.
Yeah.
Why am I?
Don't increase the volume, please. No, you'll be traumatized. I mean.
Why am I?
Now.
Maybe you should come because it's not playing.
No. Okay, let me come there.
Don't worry. Just.
No, don't worry.
No. Let me come. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
No,
Good.
no.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a very honest question.
Okay.
With what you've said now, these two people here, if I release these two Nigerians, these two men, if these are your brothers, or you are related to somebody here, will you advise me? If you tell me to release it now, I'll give you 1 million naira.
Because it looks like you've been saying this thing for quite a while, and people have been asking for. Now, I have seen it quite all right, and I understand why you are not releasing it. You know, but in all of these things now, what is the end goal?
The end goal is for Verydarkman to be more responsible. He has to be a better person. You can't come online and say things like, oh, I sleep with so. I've had this with men. You know, these are things that, you know, I mean, look at me now, for instance. Tomorrow I can be the spokesman of the president, to the president rather. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you have to be responsible. It's not about, oh, you want to do this, you're a street boy. There are languages that you don't use because people are following you. Millions of people are following you. And his number one enemy is the rattle. The people that support him without questioning some things. You should be able to tell him that, Verydarkman, be careful here. Look at what you did to Jojo. It was because of me that he apologized to that girl for the first time. So he, in as much as he acts like he's a strong man and he doesn't listen to correction, he knows the truth. And little by little, he also wants to be a better person.
What would you say to Nigerians who are saying that you have a personal vendetta against him?
There's no personal vendetta. Let him come out. Let Verydarkman come out today and say, don't monitor the NGO again. And then you will see that I swear I will never talk about him again. Now, another thing is, in talking about Access Bank, if not because Access Bank and Zenith Bank are very strong, they are two financial institutions that are very strong. Do you know that we have, even despite the fact that they are strong, a lot of people withdrew their money from Access Bank, saying that if you could do this with someone's 500 million, that Verydarkman had no proof of, and he just kept quiet. If Verydarkman truly has integrity, I'm saying this on national television, he should go and delete that video about Access Bank and Zenith Bank. The one that had the old prank thing, you should delete it. Those are not things that you'd be proud of.
So looking at everything now, I'm still wondering how you got evidence of him withdrawing 20 million.
I mentioned, I said this earlier. So first of all, there are some things that would unfold much later, not now.
Okay.
Don't forget that somebody wrote a petition to the EFCC, right? And we already have some information that we are privileged to. Now, it's going to be a long series. It's not going to be something that we just start now and end now. But at the end of the day, when I'm done with Verydarkman, every Nigerian will see that this guy has truly become a better person.
Okay.
And do you think how will you see his handling of Mercy Chinwo's issue?
Unprofessional.
Okay.
Business.
Why so?
You think it was one-sided?
I had those documents 2 weeks before VDM. And every time I have a document that is classified, I will ask the person, I'll say, should I put this? Am I permitted to do this? When you give me permission, if you give me permission, I will ask my lawyer. Do you understand? Because you have to be sure you're not breaking any law. He just came out, brought, and the thing is, when you tell people to look here, they don't look at any other thing apart from that place. Do you understand? Just in the case of Access Bank, he was so sure he had evidence, and he was very wrong. Until today, he has not apologized. If he has integrity, I'm saying it again, he should take down that video in the interest of not just himself, but the interest of Nigeria. Because we have to think about nation building. You know, how can we contribute? Now, you calling out, what people think that, calling out people because they don't have a NAFDAC number is all that Verydarkman does. But I'm saying to Verydarkman now that it's good to call out people for not having NAFDAC number. But when they have the NAFDAC number and they've done everything, can you also use that same energy to promote them? Because you have brought somebody down. And a clear example was when NEDU announced I was stepping down. Look at the joy on Verydarkman's face, not knowing that I was the one that used my brain to think of all these things and orchestrate everything. Because I knew that this guy Nigeria needs to see that this guy, is he real? Or does he manipulate people based on his own assumption?
Looking at everything that you have, looking at everything that you have done over the last 18 months, like you said, is there anything you wish you had done differently?
My only regret is that NEDU had to step down from the podcast. That's my only regret. And of course, NEDU is is an expert in this media business and everything. I know it's going to be fine. It was even till now, he doesn't know. NEDU has been warning, like, how did this happen? But when you plan, sometimes people just, it's so unfortunate, and that's why I apologize to him.
It's so unfortunate, quite right, that he has to leave the podcast. But you've spoken to him.
Yes, I've spoken to him, and I hope you guys don't have any secrets, because Verydarkman.
No, the truth is that I'm not scared. I'm just doing my job. We're just doing our job.
That's the same thing NEDU was doing.
Yeah, we understand, but but they are untouchables in this industry, and he knows that. Yeah. But the thing is this: how is NEDU's mental health right now?
Yeah.
Well, he's fine. He's fine.
So this means that D1 actually have evidence of what he accused Verydarkman for. Okay, he told us that more things are going to unfold as the day goes by. We are waiting. Did you see when he showed that something from his phone to the interviewer? That is the evidence that he is talking about. Hey, I don't know whether this evidence is going to make it online, but for the fact that he has showed it to that interviewer and he confirmed it, that means truly he has something to believe that Verydarkman is or was once gay. The whole truth, as long as we have not seen the video or whatever evidence he has, we cannot say for now. But the truth is that D1 is out for Verydarkman. That is just the thing. Whether he has personal feud with him or anything, nobody knows. He said he does not have, that he's doing it so that he will become a better person. I don't know. But someone that has a public funds should not be scared of being held accountable. That's the only financial part. That's where I can say that people are more interested in. That financial part. Whether he used the NGO's money to buy car or whatever for his personal gain, and this guy said that he has evidence for it. I just wish that he can bring it forth so that people will see, and all this rumor. In fact, the gay part is not even necessary. That's his personal life. But for the fact that people entrust their money, their funds in his hands, so that they can be using it for public charity and all that, it is something that he should not mess with. And if it is that area that D1 wants to channel, he should go ahead. He should go ahead. I support it. Seriously, I support it. So guys, what do you have to say concerning this? Do you think that with all that you have heard and all that you have seen, do you think that D1 has the right or is in his right to be going after Verydarkman the way he is doing it? Do you think